Welcome back to Rathod's IAS Academy, and in this video we are continuing with the same class 12 history, and this is theme 8, and the chapter talks about peasants, zamindars and the state. So there are three important persons where we are trying to understand. One is peasant, one is zamindar, one is the state, and the time period which we are talking about is 16th and 17th century. So who ruled us at that time? 16th and 17th century, it was Mughal. So we are talking about the agrarian society at the time of Mughal emperor. So during the 16th and 17th centuries, about 85% of the people of India in the terms of population lived in its villages. So in this 85% of people, both the peasants as well as landed elites were completely involved in the agriculture production. And what they were claiming is they were claiming rights to share of the produce. Take example, the landed elites may have many acres on his name, but he was not directly cultivating. He was employing the peasants for cultivation, right? So what he was doing, he was indirectly involving in the agriculture production. So what he was claiming the right of share of produce. And what about these peasants? They were working on their own land and they are working for themselves. So what they are claiming, they are also claiming their share of produce. When this kind of situation occurs, the outcome is one or the other way. It will be cooperation, it will be competition, or else it will be conflict. Take example, the cooperation only happens when the landed elites and the peasants has that harmonious relationship. The conflict arises when this person, landed elites, when they try to suppress these peasants, then we also get this conflicts, right? This was the story which we are trying to understand in this video. So this is a sum of the agrarian relationship which is inside the rural society or the villages. So at the same time, when we understood the composition of the village where it has landed elites versus peasants and both are working on the agriculture production, there are other agencies which are not belonging to this rural world, but they entered the rural world. Those persons are the Mughal state. Okay, it was the kings at that time. They entered as an outsiders into this rural world. So which derived most of its income in the form of agriculture production. Okay, how they are taxing? They are taxing by involving few agents of the states. The agents are nothing but like revenue assessors, collectors, record keepers. What they try to do is they try to sort to control the rural society as to ensure that cultivation took place, and in return state will get its regular share of the taxes from the produce. Okay, at that time, since the many crops were grown for the sale, trade and money, and markets entered the villages and linked the agriculture areas with the towns. So the towns or the outsiders acted as a middleman. This was the story.